Regarding the meeting yesterday, I have created estimate for any project. As you can see, I divide a detail in on API here based on document from that Yajin sent me a few days ago.
Okay.
Because I don't have I don't have time to check I don't have time to check detail of go detail for API, so I set the rough estimation for SAPI 8 hour.
That is what hours is it? 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean you can see the code column SAPI technique. Yeah, 8 hour.
Okay.
In fact, there are some API maybe may need less 8 hour, and some API more than hour. So, but I think this total time is about you can say we have 27 API, so we can complete based on this. Yeah. For any project, we can as I mentioned yesterday, we can use Spring or Spring Boot to set up a project.
Okay.
The first step, I need to set up by the base. I will implement some common class authentication and database manager. Because yesterday Yin told me that we will connect to multiple schema database, right? Yeah, I add a comment. So for the first phase, we don't change anything current schema database. We just focus on coding and implementing. And we don't for S API we will implement same logic as branch API. Yeah.
So you mean this is based on the current naming convention, the URL parameter, is it?
Yeah.
Get vouchers by order Lucid.
I think this one is the HIP API that we exposed to. So I think the brand level might have 1 or 2 less because we use the same API in brand level. So like for example, the Find Lucid, we have multiple here, but actually in brand there's only one get customer that actually can cater to a few API. So I'm not sure whether is it better if we list by brand API?
Okay, this is based on the HIP, right?
Yeah, correct.
Get Lucid, blah blah blah. Okay, maybe Trung not familiar with how the schema is done, the country level versus brand level. Yeah. Did you brief Trung? Not yet. If not, we go through a quick one.
I did actually. True, you know the flow, right? Like from country that call the brand. And the brand, I also shared the brand APIs, the simple documentation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Chung, you have the list of brand APIs, right? The brand one.
Sorry, can you say it again?
You have the list of brand APIs, right? Do you have the list of brand APIs?
Yes, I have a list of brand API when I see see
Hmm.
CUDA code in the CIMHL project.
Yeah, so I was saying that actually, I'm not sure if you want to list this estimation based on brand API level, because like find Lucid get customer, actually in brand level there's only one API, get customer.
Okay. So there's some API on the country CRM that doesn't reach the brand CRM.
Doesn't reach, it reach, just that they are some they call the same API in brand.
Or some is converted to the brand API, some is exactly the same.
Yes, it's like using the same function lah.
Okay.
So like find Lucid, actually I call brand get customer to find that we are based on the parameters.
Okay. Find Lucid. Okay.
Why do what about to find Lucid API?
You like find Lucid API. Wait, let me open.
We are using bow API. I mean find Lucid and find Lucid v1.1.
Because
We uh,
Chung, you are connecting directly to database, is it? Are you connecting directly to database for this one?
Sorry, what do you mean?
This one, your middleware, right? Your middleware, it will
Yeah,
connect
yeah.
directly to database, each database, correct?
Yeah, we will connect directly a database, not using a brand, not called brand API.
Okay. Let me think. So in terms of request, right? What you're creating is the country CRM will just pass the request to the middleware.
Yeah,
No need to change anything. Is that the plan? And then your middleware will talk directly to database.
yeah. We don't change. I think we just add a new config variable to into SIP API. Because we need to SIP API need to know where to connect. For example,
Okay, wait. The HIP, right? We cannot change the URL because they
yeah,
already configured already. So the one receiving right now is based on DNS to the country manager, country country CRM.
yeah.
So country CRM, country CRM will talk. So how about find Lucid, right? So find Lucid, you have to have a database of all the Lucid ID, right? If you want to handle the traffic. Because the Lucid ID is inside the country CRM database.
yes, actually brand have Lucid also.
But is it updated?
Yes. For find Lucid.
So technically, we don't need the country CRM, right? Right now, it's just generating the Lucid ID. But what
Yeah.
if Trung's middleware can generate the Lucid ID?
But that means middleware has its own database because to generate the Lucid is very country level.
Okay.
Because multiple brand, they might share the same Lucid in the country.
Okay. So Trung, how? What's that endpoint for each brand?
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
For this estimation file, I just add estimate the time for implementation. So what about deployment? Who will do that? Me or other? If me implement, I need to know where to implement.
Okay. So implementation, you're running Spring, so you only need the compute, right? Do you need database? No need database, right?
Yeah.
So just compute, handle traffic. This one no issue. This one I will talk with Marcus on the infrastructure part. This one is I'm not sure whether it's on Genesis dedicated server or in the cloud, because all this is behind a firewall. All the CRM is behind a firewall, private network. So we may need to use VPN if we put in the cloud. So this one I'll talk with Marcus lah on where to put. But essentially you only need a compute instance to calculate and receive traffic. So only need port 80 and 443. Any other port, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can. Okay. Can. Deployment we settle lah.
Sorry, I'm a bit lost. So this project is now, because I was thinking it's a replacement of brand API. So does it mean that now we are combining the country API and the brand API into one?
Based on this documentation, yes. So we need to align on this also. So what we are doing, Trung, is we are replacing brand API. Right now, brand API is different version for every CRM.
It's same version.
It has the same endpoints, but it does different logic, right? Business logic.
Actually
Same.
Only there's only one there's one API is dynamic. The rest is all should be exact the same.
Okay. So we are taking out brand from the CRM into the middleware so that they all use the same code base. And they can handle, and the middleware can handle different brands from different country CRM requests. So we need to define what are the endpoints in the middleware that the country CRM will be able to talk to retrieve, and how to map requests from HIP to CRM to middleware. Right, because country CRM, we need to change the APIs a bit when it talks to the brand in order to map and which one is bypass and which one is not bypass. Do we have that? Do we have that mapping? CRM country to brand API.
Currently it's based on the URL. So we have a mapping in the config in country, the brand, based on the brand code, then we find in config what is the URL. Then we call from there.
Oh. But the mapping is already done lah. The only variable is the URL.
Yeah.
Okay, Trung, so far are you keeping track or not?
Yeah, I can understand what you mean.
Okay, so I think your timeline right here is you are trying to do a lot more than what you need to. All right, so we slim it down a bit. You are supposed to focus on the brand side, not the HIP side. Okay,
Yeah.
so HIP will come into the country. Country will do something inside, and then you will request from the brand. So we replace the brand with your middleware,
Yeah.
and then all the country we reconfigure a bit. Yeah. Do we need to reconfigure a bit? Is it complex to reconfigure the country?
Reconfigure as in it's just the endpoint, or you mean the have to change how all the parameters and etc.
Correct. So like example, you see get voucher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me type. So get voucher, it becomes vouchers. It becomes a request like that. So from get voucher, we do a get vouchers. All right. So redeem voucher. It becomes something like that. You understand or not? Meaning we make use of HTTP requests to 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 streamline the URLs. Trung, you familiar with this? So we have collection, or ID if need be, convention lah. So this is by convention. Let me find if there's you can read more on this. Let me share the URL. More info. Okay, so why do we want to change the URL? Because we need to make it easier for the consumer of the API, the API consumer, to not make so much change. Okay, in terms of URL convention. So I think you read the article first. All right, then you understand better. So what I recommend is we have a different naming convention internally on the middleware, and then at some point in the future, right, we may even replace the country manager. The country manager, what the country CRM. All right.
Okay.
So
Which means the country HIP API codes have to change also lah to cater
to cater to this, right?
hmm.
So is it a big change or a small change?
I
If it's
think
a big change, right, then we don't change.
if the parameters can the same, it's just the so-called the URL, I think it's small change. Maybe I show the
Okay. True. If you don't understand anything, you just tell us. Then we slow down, explain a bit.
Okay, you see this example, this get customer in country, right? So actually it's called, this is the part that it calls the API. So I just need to configure this part lah. I assume the
But
parameters all remains the same. So I
parameter
just,
means URL parameter.
yeah, like the, as in the
Oh,
request, yeah. So I just need to make this, change this to, actually this one is the URL, so I just need to change this to the example slash customer something.
okay. I think this one will take a long time to fix.
Eh?
It will take a while to fix because it's not just URL parameter. I share with you another project I did. So this
Okay.
is I share my screen.
So, Harun, do you want to share? Do you want to change endpoint of a name endpoint, a name API endpoint of in SIP API?
For now, no. For now, no. Because if we request to change, I'm not sure how long they will take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it may take a while, and then we need to maintain two systems because some people change, some people never change. So a bit troublesome lah. So we see what we can do on the middleware first. All right, the
Yeah.
HIP we don't touch first. So middleware, right? We try to use good convention lah. Right, so we
Yeah.
can use it as an example.
Yeah. We
So the
should
thing,
add a convention for API name.
yeah, we should. But Eugene mentioned the country CRM may have quite a number of changes. So it's quite different. So let's say, for example, you get appointments, right? So you just return your collection of array of appointments. You want specific the convention, the collection, and then the ID identifier. If you want to do a update, small minor patch, you can do on a specific appointment. Whatever you want to edit, stuff like that. So the requests are quite different. This one, if you want to create a new valid code, filter, like example, for this collection, right, you can filter using URL parameters to get the brand's outlet. So brand identifier, then the treatment ID, URL parameters, and then you get the collection. So the convention a bit different. So I think it will take a while to edit and change the country CRM. So I think for now we keep things simple lah. We use whatever is inside country CRM, all the endpoints, right? And then based on your mapping you did just now, the Excel, right? We can streamline a bit so that we just serve whatever the CRM needs. All right, the country CRM, whatever the country CRM need, we serve. So we only look at whatever API the CRM needs for the HIP. Okay, this one the mapping done, right?
Yeah.
For HIP. Okay, so we streamline a bit. You want to use any tools you use to define the API that we can go through in case got some certain use case is a bit weird. All the response payloads are the same, right, from the brand API right now?
You mean different brand? You mean by brand?
Correct, by brand. Are all the response the
All
same?
Yes, same.
Even for like example a hotel CRM and another industry CRM like e-commerce, brand, beauty.
Now we only got one. Now we only got L'Oreal retail. So
Okay.
now for retail, yeah, all the same.
All the same. Okay, okay. Then that a lot simpler. Okay. Yeah. So we continue. So deliverables, we need to align deliverables. So correct me if I'm wrong. Deliverables is the I'm writing down country CRM. We need endpoints, payloads. We need project. We also need this one would be a so these are the things we need, right? We need I type out. So country CRM send to brand APIs. So we need the endpoints, the payloads. We also need project repository for the code. You're using Spring, so just one project is enough, right? Then we need a staging environment to test the payloads. So we have a testing country CRM and a testing brand CRM. And then the middleware we talk between the two systems. Correct? Anything else we need?
No, but we have I already set up the SIT country and SIT brand. I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
enough.
Okay. Trung, anything I miss out?
No.
So we need the API endpoints for your middleware. Yep, we need your middleware API endpoints. You already did that one, but that one is country. So we need the one between country and brand. What are you going to serve, and any authentication method you want to change? I think you are going to use basic authentication, right? I'm not sure, man. Eugene, any requirement on the authentication?
Ideally, I think if we can change to auth2 will be better because now it's basic authentication.
I think auth2 need some more time. we stick to basic first.
Okay,
We
can
get
I?
the concept out first.
Sure, sure.
Okay, so we can at least show Marcus something. Okay, we did something and it works, and then we put all the security things all inside later. Okay,
Okay,
proof of concept first.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we also need to show Phil, show James, all these people.
Okay.
Okay, so anything, that's all right. So on my side, I will talk with Marcus on the deployment, that is production. I'm not sure if he wants to do the Thailand one on this, but I check with him. Then for staging, Eugene set up already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Trung, your side will be more on the documentation phase where we can align what is being served by the middleware. So we know all the endpoints, all the payloads, then we can also check if anything missing or anything that don't need to do. Then we
Yeah.
confirm everything, then can start lah. Project repo, Eugene, you create lah.
GitLab lah.
Yeah, GitLab.
Okay.
Any more? That's all.
Yeah.
So next.
Was,
So next.
sorry, but I'm out of office today because I had to take my mother to the doctor. So yeah, I will come back on next Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
On which part? The documentation, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom okay or not? She go hospital lah.
Yeah, she need to meet a doctor.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have any update, please send me by email or on Meet.
Okay. You want to use Swagger or not for the documentation? The API endpoints, you want to use Swagger? Or Eugene, you want to create and invite him?
Okay. Swagger. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, a lot easier lah. Then can edit also. Okay. So we also need to create Swagger. Then Eugene will invite you. Then you update us
Yeah.
once it's done. Possibly by this week, can or not? We just need to check the document. No need to call, but just check the document. Or will you be totally not accessible?
Okay. Thank you.
Huh? Will you be accessible this week? Or only on Monday? True.
Yeah.
So can we reach you this week, or not available until Monday? If we got anything, we can reach you this week or not?
If you have any question or update, you can just send me by email or on team. I can see and send my response.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the documentation Swagger, approximate date from you will be on which date? Do you want do documentation for SAPI? The middleware API, you need to make updates. So you need to make updates and then put it in Swagger. So when can we get it?
Just the document, right?
Yeah, so it will look something like this. It will look something like this, but for the middleware. Right, so Eugene will invite you and then you create. So this one roughly when you can finish?
Next Monday.
On Monday,
Yeah.
Okay. Can. Eugene, any more questions?
I have one because I still not very sure. So the middleware, how will at this point will do the field mapping in a config file, is it?
Config
Or
file.
how
This
does
one
it work?
he also have to come out with the plan lah.
Okay.
But we do the API first.
Oh, the
Okay.
the exact one first.
So we
Okay.
come out. Is it exact? Is it something you do already? Is it gonna be exact as the one we have currently?
Should be because currently all the API is the same logic. So the field
Okay.
is exact the same. So
Okay. Then in that case, we also need a UML diagram on how to map the fields. we are not changing schema, right? We're just doing the mapping, right?
From what I understand, yes.
We're just mapping.
Mm.
Okay. So, Trung, what's your plan lah for mapping the fields? Because one part is the API. API come in, and then you need to map the fields, right?
Yeah.
So what's your plan? Is there a flow diagram for this? Can create a flow diagram for this? Is there a diagram here? So I reiterate here.
I think for API, I will define input and output for API. What do you mean diagram?
Wait, let me list down all this first. Okay, so I edited this one. So on the chat, you can see. So outstanding CRM, brand APIs, endpoints, payloads, and then one more is the brand level field mapping. Okay, so in the URL, we have the brand parameter. So once the middleware receives the brand parameter
Yep.
and the endpoint, so how does it map the field? All right, is there a flow diagram? So the logic flow. So I will query either a configuration file or something, and then I'll find these fields and stuff like that. Then I will see if I need to connect to which database, which was the IP for the database, where to get this the flow diagram. Okay, so API endpoints, this one will be Monday. UML flow possible Monday also. You see the list, right? You understand the list? Hello.
Yeah. I will complete this on Monday.
Okay. Anything else I missed, Eugene?
No problem.
Okay, so no questions, then we end. Then we do a catch-up call when Monday, or we do
Monday
a
morning.
message.
Okay, Monday what time? What time you available?
We do at 11.
Oh, same time
Same
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Same time today.
Okay.
Okay, then Trung, you update us daily. If you did the API already, right? halfway doing the API, then you just update us. Then a lot faster to get feedback.
Yeah.
Just message us. Okay. Okay. That's all.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Always, thank you. Bye.